Welcome to RForm Screencast Tutorials. In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to get started using RForm your very first time. After you created your RForm account, you would have been sent an email, and in that email would have been a link to your login page. If you clicked on that link, you would be taken to a page that looks like this, where you can then enter your username and your password. Click Login, and in you go. You're now inside RForm. However, you have never done anything with RForm yet, so you haven't created a project, so there's no project list. So there's two things you can do. You can either go and create a new project, or you can go view the help site. And if you went to the help site, then you would have saw this video, and after you've done this video, you're going to come back and do basically what I'm instructing you to do now, which is create a new project. A project in RForm, of course, is any kind of construction job, a renovation, a new building, that sort of thing. And with that, you'll probably have a number of things that at the construction phase that you can now use to input into RForm. For example, a project name. Maritime Museum Renovation is the name of my project. And the project number is 07.99B. You can put pretty much anything in here, numbers or letters. It's relevant to however your company labels their projects. It's important, though, in order for us to create a project, that you have a location. So you need to add, minimum, add the city, and of course the province or state. Next, we have the contract time and contract price. You need to enter a contract time. When is this job supposed to be done? I can quickly just scroll through here by clicking on that icon of the calendar. If I want to go quicker, I can just click on the date, show me all the months of the year, and of course I can scroll through the years if this is a longer project. I'm hoping this will be done next year, January 30th. And the contract price for this is going to be about $1 million. Excellent. The statutory holdback. This is a lien holdback. Depending on where you live, that number is different. I'm going to leave it as 10. I'll click Create Project. Next, I'm given a chance to edit the terms and conditions for this particular project. RForm will supply you with some default ones, but in most cases you probably have some very specific wording that you'd like to use. I'm just going to change this to 5 days. My supplemental instruction form is fine. Certificate for payment form terms and conditions look good too. I'll just use these ones. And it's important to note that anything that I add here, or any changes I make, will then be the default that is used on any form that I create. So if I create a supplemental instruction for this project, it will use this wording all the time. And if I create a certificate for payment, it'll be this wording, and so on and so on. So I'm now going to go ahead and add these. Looks good to me. Now I need to add a project team. This is really one of the beautiful parts about RForm. It's a collaborative tool. If I assign people to these different roles, then RForm will sort of automate a lot of the process of issuing forms, sending these people emails, asking them to come back in and take certain actions. And that's kind of what RForm is really about. It's like helping you along. It's not only just tracking and organizing all your information, but it's this collaborative process. So I need to add somebody here. I look here, I see I'm already added as the RForm admin because I'm creating this project. So I am the admin, and there's a bunch of privileges that are associated with that admin, and you can see that on our help site. There's a whole little section on RForm admin and the different roles in the project. And then I have a primary consultant. This is usually the contract administrator or the architect. But since I am working on this myself, I am the primary consultant and I'm also the architect. I don't actually need to reassign myself as that position, because if I am the admin already, then by default my name will be placed there if I don't assign anybody else. However, if I'm working in a setting where I'm actually just creating the projects and then I'm going to assign someone else to actually run the show, then I can actually choose them as that primary consultant and their name will be put there. And then same thing here, I can actually assign someone as an owner. So if I go and click choose someone, I'm going to get a pop-up window, and I'll notice that there's only one name, and that's my name here. And I don't have anybody else. So I haven't actually added anyone to my contact book yet. So I need to do that because our form doesn't know who you're working with. You need to tell it. So I'll just click on that button here. It says add new user, and I'll start adding names. We've got Nelson over here. He is our contractor, and I'm going to create a username for him. And I'm going to give him a password too. And now, once I create these and excuse me, create this information, this will be Nelson's information when he wants to log in. I could give Nelson some different access levels. I can make him an administrator, which would then allow him to go and create projects and use our form in unison with me. But I don't really want him using my tool. I just want him to be a regular user. I just want him to be a contractor really on this job. So I want to limit him to the specific things that a contractor can do, such as adding quotes or making recommendations or comments on certain things, creating an RFI. So let's just leave him as a regular user. I'll add his email. I can actually add his telephone number here as well. Oops. A fax number if you had one. Company name. His website if there was. Address. City, province. Now, I don't have to fill all this information in, but it's useful to have it there because when I actually start generating the forms, his contact information will be added to the forms. So if I don't add anything here now, then that won't get added to the forms. So I am going to add an address for him. And I'll give him a province. And I'll give him a zip code. There we go. I'm going to add Nelson. And you'll see Nelson's name is now here, and he's actually selected as the owner. But hang on a sec. Nelson's not the owner. He's my contractor. So I don't actually want Nelson, but let's go ahead and add another person who's going to be our owner. Valerie is the owner. And add. Now I notice now she's now selected as the owner, which is correct. That's what I want. So I'll just save that. And I'm taking back to my project team page, and I'll go down here to the contractor now, and I'll click choose someone, and I'll choose Nelson. And I can see he's highlighted, and I'll save that. And there, I've got my minimum project team. I've got myself as the admin. I've got Valerie as the owner, Nelson as the contractor, and I'm ready to go. Now, if I did have other consultants like electrical engineers, that sort of thing, I just start adding them. And there's no limit to the number of consultants, so as soon as I add someone in this position, another box will appear here, and I can just keep adding these people. They don't have to be engineers, of course. They can also be like people from your bank, maybe someone involved in the mortgage or the financing who just wants to have an eye on the project. I can go ahead and add them as well. But these specific people here, the admin, the owner, the contractor, and of course the primary consultant, those people all have very specific roles in our form, so I need to specify who those people are in order for our form to really maximize the efficiency of this project. So that's it. I've just created a project. If I go back to my data page here, I can see that I'm ready to go. And now I can just start creating forms. And that's how you get started using our form. It's a pretty easy process, and it's going to save you a lot of time, and hopefully you're going to love our form as much as we do. And thank you very much for watching this video. Good luck.